Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, we are back with early access for update V570, and in this video we're gonna take a first look at Blue Dragon, the most powerful warrior of the sky in this new update, and she is pretty amazing, guys. She is pretty amazing. She has one of the best leadership in the game, at least for the warrior of the sky. But before we get into that, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when we post a new video. Go live with a live stream. We stream every Friday, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we do have crystal giveaway in every stream. So make sure you drop by if you want a chance to get a coupon for Android, guys. Also, if you want to play Marvel Future Fight on PC, make sure to check the description down below and click on the link next to play Marvel Future Fight on PC. So first, guys, before we get started, a quick reminder: early access means terrible stats. So what we're going to be able to achieve on early access testing with Blue Dragon does not reflect what is our real potential in the live update, when we can actually max out our stats. But out of the 4 new characters, she is the characters that we can actually have the best stats on her, because she's the one that gives the best active skill, which help her a lot in being tested in the early access. So obviously she's gonna be doing much better than all the other warrior of the sky. So let's get started with the stats here. Max cooldown, maxing your defense. You can see critical damage 160%. That's the most we had on all the early access characters. You can see dodge rate 66%. We haven't seen that on any other warrior of the sky. A critical rate 45%, and she gets 30% from, I think it's her 5th skill. We're gonna check that in a minute. So definitely very strong. You can see her energy attack 35,000, but that has to do with her leadership, because she gets 65%. You can always use White Fox with her, so that makes her even stronger because she has the leadership ability. So when we actually do our clear with her, we're gonna, first we're gonna do testing for raw damage, and then when we do the clear, we're gonna have her with Shuri, if I'm not mistaken, or Nick Fury. Yeah, we could use Nick Fury as a team up with her, not as a leader, but as a team up with White Fox, and gonna be able to do some crazy damage, to be honest. So yeah, she has a huge advantage on the other warrior of the skies, in my opinion. Now if we look at the gear, you can see here we have 2 Odin Blessing, we have energy attack, dodge, and a critical rate. That's pretty much what we're focusing on this character, to max her stats as much as possible. ESO set, we have Hawkeye's ESO set, set bonus stage 6 in effects, because they don't give us shit to awaken ESO, sadly. We have 8.5% all attack, critical rate, critical damage, and then 8.1% dodge and cooldown, with a activation rate 12% chance when attacking, plus 20% increase of all attack for 20 seconds, with a cooldown time of 60 seconds. Custom gear, we have CTP of Rage. That's also the best CTP of Rage I got stats wise. We got 22%, 22.1% critical rate, and 31.1% dodge rate, which is pretty useful. And the proc, or the max, 0.9 damage per 1% dodge rate and critical rate, and ignore boss damage decreased by 60%. Now if we take a look at her skills, first, I want to look at the leadership, because this is a crazy leadership, guys. Applies to warrior of the sky allies, plus 65% increase of all attack. Activation rate when debuff. Apply to warrior of the sky allies, remove all debuff for 5 seconds, with a cooldown time of 23 seconds. So we get a 65% increase of all attack with debuff removal. So you put that in Island Conquest, you match that with the revive of Sunbird, and the defense increase from Shadow Girl. Shadow Shell, I'm gonna show it to you guys real fast before we go back to that. So you pair that with this tier 1 passive, no, tier 1 passive, I said this one, 50% increase of all defense and decrease all damage received by 25%. The revival, the debuff removal, that's just so much. It is crazy strong, all of that together. So definitely this is going to be the best team for the best Warrior of the Sky team for Island Conquest is going to be Blue Dragon lead with Sunbird and Shallow Shell. So one Crystal Wall characters, which is Blue Dragon, and one Pink Wall characters with the Sunbird, and one free-to-play characters, which is Shadow Shell. If we look at her tier 1 passive, apply to self, increase all attack by 20%, all defense by 20%, all speed by 5%. It's pretty solid. Tier 2 passive gets super armor, increase guaranteed dodge by 30%, which is pretty amazing. If we look at our tier 2.5 skill here, you have invincibility, 8 seconds. That's what you get from advancing the skill at level 2. If we were to get it at level 3, it will be 15% critical rate and increase the lightning resist, which will be pretty useless since those stats are already capped, and the lightning resist does not apply to Wall Boss Ultimate, but will be useful in the Land of the Shadow definitely. If we look at the tier 2 passive, right? Yeah. If we look at the other skills here, you have first skills, regular attack. Second skill gives you lightning resist up to 30%, works on Wall Boss Ultimate. Third skill gives you a freeze. I don't think it works on Wall Boss Ultimate. Fourth skill gives you your buff, your best buff here. So all attack by 30%, speed by 1%, critical rate by 30%, removing incapacitation and immunity to all damage for 5 seconds, which is pretty awesome. Then you got the fifth skill. The fifth skill gives you invincibility for 4 seconds or more, survivability obviously, and gives you lightning resistance down up to 40%. So it is pretty amazing. She got a very, very, very good kit. Definitely, she might even be a contender for being the #1 Crystal Wall character in the game. We're gonna have to do testing on the live server to confirm that, but I think she does have that potential, especially because of her leadership. So what we're gonna do here, guys, we're gonna try her out against both. She's energy attack, so against both Coal Obsidian and Ibanima, and then when we're done with the testing, we're gonna try to get a clear on Ibanima. She is lacking the healing though, so she might actually have a little bit of issue against a bunny, because she only gets invincibility for 4 seconds. When she is immune to all damage, she still can get it by damage over time, I believe so that might actually not be optimal for her. But anyway, let's jump in the Wall Boss here. We're gonna start against a Ibanima. Stage 39 here. We're gonna give her the team we were talking about, so her own lead here, and we can give her Nick Fury there for the 50 or 55% increase of all attack. Then we're gonna put Was in the team for debuff removal, and then we're gonna go with 2 strikers, CC strikers. Yes, Scarlet Witch give 50% defense down, but that does not affect the raw damage that much, in my opinion. So, it's not like when you get 100% defense down, obviously. So here we're gonna go and we're gonna test out the rotation a little bit. Again, when you use the tier 2.5 skill, the skill number 6, you want to use it when there's 2 seconds left on your proc. So you get the initial damage with your CTP of Rage and the ending damage with your CTP of Rage if you get a proc at the end of the skill too. So that's kind of the objective here to happen. We're gonna open with the 5th skill, then the 4th skill, the 3rd skill, then the 4th skill. Probably she'll do the 4th skill first. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. You can see our damage is actually pretty damn strong here. She is definitely a lot stronger than Sunbird was, but she does have a better kit than him to be tested on the early access. You can see here, we could probably do this floor in about a minute with this team up, so it's pretty strong. In my opinion, she's gonna be I'm gonna stop it before I kill it and don't get a chance to test Coal Obsidian. So definitely she's gonna be in meta. She's probably gonna be at the same level as Scarlet Witch against Ibanima. That's where I think she's gonna be standing on the live server, especially that She has her own lead. We can use White Fox with her, and then you can use probably Coulson will be the best with her if you go with a second assist, because Coulson will give her guaranteed critical rate, which help proccing that CTP off Rage definitely. So I think she's gonna be a top meta for at tier 2 for Ebonima. That's my feeling about her, but to confirm that, again guys, we're gonna have to wait for live server testing. So the second thing we're gonna do here is Cool Obsidian with the same setup. Then after that, we're gonna bring the other strikers, the defense down strikers, and we're gonna see how fast we can actually kill Cool Obsidian. You have to remember that Cool Obsidian actually has elemental resistance, so we might not do as good as we were doing on the Ebonima. Well, most likely not gonna be do as good as we were doing on the Ebonima. A little bit like when we actually do Cool with what's her name, Luna Snow. She does not do as good as she does on the Ebonima. So it's pretty much the same thing. You can see the proc is really hard to trigger here. And you can see her damage is really not that great here, comparing to the kind of damage we were actually achieving on Ebony. So when we use the strikers, we might actually go use them against Ebony. I don't know. Might use it here. I have to figure out what I want to do here. Anyway, until then, we're gonna kill this fella. It's time for this skill. You can see her skill here against Ebony, or tier 2.5 skill, pretty much does not do any damage, which was totally different when we're fighting Ebony. So she might actually just be a meta for Ebony, and everything else, she might just be a basic B. I'm not gonna say full words here. You know what I mean, guys. So that's pretty much how I feel about her so far. Pretty solid character, but you know, Ebony might be capping at stage 60. Cole might be capping at stage 60 with her, which is in my opinion a little bit disappointing. And I'm probably not playing her right too, you know. I haven't discovered her full skill rotation yet. It's too early for that yet, but she still does has pretty decent damage. Anyway, you can see here we get down to 14 bars after 1 minute 38. So definitely not a good character for Ebony, for Cool Obsidian. So we're not gonna do a clear on Cool. We're gonna go back to Ebony, and we're just gonna have fun to see if we can actually kill it like in 20 or 15 seconds. That's kind of what I want to see here, just for fun, you know, giving us something fun to actually watch here. So we're gonna drop that, give us a little bit of extra critical damage, which is actually pretty nice, and all the defense down. In my opinion, that's gonna go really damn fast. That's what I think here. So we're gonna try to do a better rotation. We're gonna go with the third skill, fifth skill, and then the fourth skill for the big damage. I think that's what we're gonna do with her. That's what we're gonna try at least. You can see here, a lot stronger. A lot stronger. We're gonna be moving to the next phase in a second here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So definitely she's gonna be a total monster here. Oh boy. Ooh, I almost killed myself. Good thing she has super armor. So if he did not do that skill, that will went much better, obviously. So we're gonna pop the bubble here, and we're gonna go back with dual skill here. You can see she's doing a lot of damage. Especially when the proc happened with the defense down sync at the same time. And you can see her 6 skill does a lot more damage than it was doing on Cool Obsidian, definitely. So 55 seconds, considering we have to tap out, tap back in. I think that was a pretty clear. You saw the damage was crazy in the first phase. That is pretty serious damage, guys, definitely. So she is definitely going to be a meta for Ebonima. I think she's going to be stronger than what's her name? Emma Frost. I think she's gonna be much stronger than Emma Frost and more usable in Island Conquest than Emma Frost too. So I think she's gonna be a very, very, very solid character. But again, we gotta wait to test her out on a live server with max stats to actually say anything like that. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of her in the comment section, or if you have feedback, questions, whatever, write it down below in the comment section, guys, and I'll get back to you. Get back to you as soon as possible. Again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoy the content, and on that, I will see you next time.